Rated M for mistake. I've made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. I've made the foolish attempt of experiencing an awful game. I was an idiot not to heed the warnings. I went in with low expectations, only for it to be crushed and sent to the 9 circles of hell. This is what I get for playing Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D is an abhorrent product known for being one of the worst games in history, and rightfully so. Its existence is an aberration, a game where anything in close proximity becomes prone to errors, causing tears in reality. The only thing it's good for, if that's even possible, is helping me exercise my patience so I can hopefully reach enlightenment and attempt to end the suffering caused by this game. Personally, I regret this decision. And since I liked, subscribed, and rang the notification to Buddhist philosophy, let's review what I experienced. So may my past actions serve as a present for anyone who's planning to experiencing this agent of suffering in their future. The 90s. Video games were selling, and economies were growing. God damn it! The 90s was home to 2 console generations, which massively advanced gaming. Technology was improving, and video game properties were extending into other forms of media. One such case is the company mascot caused by the enormous popularity of platformers. For example, a certain Italian plumber for a Japanese company. Video game mascots got so big, they even went the route of television shows. Unsurprisingly, Bubsy tried to cash in on all fronts. Created by Michael Berlin, Bubsy served as the mascot for game developer and publisher Accolade. Like its contemporaries, Bubsy starred in a series of platforming games. Unlike them, Bubsy had the uncanny ability of getting praised on release, then getting shat on later. And if I'm being honest, Bubsy did not attempt to improve. It was content on emulating its inspirations rather than moving forward. It failed to catch up, and everyone was starting to see through their marketing bullshit. Bubsy's biggest mistake was its aggressive marketing. It was claiming to be the next Mario or Sonic. And like most products with a massive hype train, its value is directly opposite to the number of hype beasts involved. Simply put, Bubsy had no way to back its claims. The games were mediocre at best, using game design that was questionable to begin with. The marketing tried to speak for everything when there was actually nothing. What we got was a massive disconnect with what we were promised and what we actually have. It's an exemplary case of how marketing can shoot yourself in the foot. In the case of Bubsy, not only did it kill any iota of legitimacy it might have had, but it also cost the legacy it's known for today. As for Bubsy 3D, where the hell do I even begin? Historically, Bubsy 3D is one of the first 3D platformers alongside Super Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot. It's the only thing about it that has any worth. Everything else is as bad, if not worse, than you've heard. No lack of 3D platforming precedence, nor lack of developer resources can excuse this game. It is a Scuffed Abomination. Imagine a game that ignores established game design and drops all semblance of common sense. That's Bubsy 3D. It disregards years' worth of ideas and features. Instead, it offers a base-level experience attempting to excite players with the bare minimum. Wow, 3 dimensions. Wow, polygons. Wow, color. Wow, platforms. Go fuck yourself, Bubsy 3D. If you can tell, this game is doing a good job of making me not give a fuck. It does a lot of questionable things one after the other that it culminates into an unhealthy dose of suffering. Like, holy shit, stiff momentum-based tank controls where you can barely handle your character. A poorly designed camera that's only controllable on land and automatically looks downward when jumping. A useless set of controls that are situation-based and have no practical use. Painfully basic visuals that lack texture, depth, style, or effort. Monotonous and repetitive enemies that barely do anything. Subsequently, relentless and brutal enemies that disregard difficulty curve. Cheap enemy placement that postures itself as difficulty. Boss fights that have a severe lack of interaction and thought. MacGuffins because genre trope. 18 barren stages which lack landmarks or sense of direction. A protagonist who thinks being genre savvy is a good personality.
Now, what would a platform game be without platforms?
Shut the fuck up.
Horrible technical performance which makes 30 FPS appear as a gift from God. These are just some of the multiple valid criticisms about this game. I've yet to touch on the questionable collision boxes, convoluted puzzles, or the boring sound design. Honestly, we'll be here all day, so let's move on. All of what I mentioned contributes to Bubsy 3D's artificial difficulty. That is to say, there's no proper challenge and the learning curve is severely skewed. It's all pretentious bullshit pretending to be obstacles, when it's not. I honestly won't be surprised if some games journalists decide to write a piece about Bubsy 3D, then throw in some buzzwords like, Bubsy 3D is the Dark Souls of early 3D platformers. To which I say, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Comparing Bubsy 3D to Dark Souls is disingenuous. It gives the former too much credit and massively undervalues the latter. Dark Souls has a cohesive game design that translates into what it aims to be and do. Bubsy 3D has none of that, unless the aim is to be a giant mess. I don't want to go on a tangent about this topic, so let's just end the video. Bubsy 3D will forever be recognized as one of the worst games in history. It, ironically, has the credentials to back this up, unlike its aggressive marketing. Admittedly, its stab in the dark on the then emerging 3D platformer genre is commendable. At the very least, it informed everyone on what not to do. However, this does not excuse this game's lack of everything. Do not play this game. It's not worth it, even as a masochist. There are more efficient ways of deriving pain or pleasure. This is not it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi there, if you like the content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you want to provide further support, I have a tip jar on my Ko-fi page and a Twitter at KenAthomos. Links are in the description. Take care!